Group B continues. Meta Madness. And once again, we're in Tomb of the Spider Queen. It feels like there is a rule that I'm not aware of, which is a bit weird since I'm running this tournament, that Tomb of the Spider Queen has to be the starting map of any series. We have another best of 3. Team Smexy and Team Makke are now playing against each other. And now that I look at it, I'm realizing that these fuckers actually didn't stick to the sides that they were supposed to use. So they literally flipped this around. This is what we're calling them testing the caster. And I am paying attention, so I am absolutely able to quickly flip this and now make this game work. But again, we are in Meta Madness, so if you're not really aware of how this tournament works, let me explain this for you at the beginning of the series. We are pushing the players and teams outside of their comfort zone. They gotta think a little bit outside of the box, and we do this by pretty much pulling 2 tricks on them. Trick number 1, 11 heroes for the group stage are banned from the tournament completely. Now that number is going to increase for the main event. You can look at the group stage as the warm-up. And the second rule is that within a series, every hero can only be played once. So the 10 heroes you see on map number 1 are not available for map number 2 or 3 anymore, and so on and so forth, which means as you progress through a series, the hero pool shrinks very quickly, and all of a sudden we're getting crazy picks. Might not be a big factor on map number 1 yet, but believe me, once we're heading into map 3 and then later in the main event, map number 4 and 5, things are getting crazy very, very quickly. Something to keep in mind here. Now we're on Tomb of Spider Queen and Makke's team with a ban on Chen. And it's going to be very, very interesting what especially Mopsio is going to pull off as the games continue. This is one of the things that Makke pulled off, Smexy pulled off immediately. Smexy during the draft, like he came into the draft and he first picked Mopsio and everybody was a little bit like, wait a second, wait, what? And after the draft he said like, guys, am I the only one that thinks that Mopsio was born for this tournament? And Mopsio was actually hesitant of even signing up as a player for this event because he says like, well, I got my reputation, to an extent it is deserved, and I don't think anybody's gonna pick me. And then he literally got first picked by Smexy because Smexy just said, he is literally the Gazlo Cho'Gall guy for Meta Madness, he's perfect, I'm gonna let him draft. So even though Smexy is technically the captain of the team, Mopsio is drafting in the draft itself. So I don't really expect anything crazy for map number 1 yet. We're gonna see some outside of the normal meta box picks, obviously, because we have so many banned already. But I would definitely expect some shenanigans in later. Maybe not even in the group stage, but definitely for the main event. Now we have Chromie, we got Irel, whereas Gul'dan, Uther, and Kerrigan are already picked. So we got Divine Shield Kerrigan. Mindtalk can play his hero here. And the ban on Ana, just so they don't go for a crazy double support setup with a nano boost for Gul'dan or Kerrigan. And that could have been a thing. You could have started with a double support here immediately and use Uther in a main tank position. That's definitely a play. So I like that Team Makke is paying attention from the get-go and just said like, that ain't happening. We're going to ban 1 out and there's not going to be nano boost. You can still go into a double support if you want, but not with Ana. That's not going to be a thing. So, what are the next 2 picks here? We have a lot of the damage dealers banned that are exceptional on the map, or by some of the players, but it's still map 1. So, what's the main tank, for example? We're still missing that one too. Could even go into, I guess, a Dibbles together with Urel. They go for Muradin, and they go for Anduin. Alright, Anduin is in the house. And we got Chromie for the damage, Stormbolt from Muradin to set it up.
Hail to the king, baby.
Game number 1, and he already starts his shit. Mopsio, he is not waiting for map 2 or 3. No. He goes into game number 1, and he's like, let's go, boys. The hype is here. I mean, he literally pulls it out in game 1. Alright, the man is making a statement. Suljin as the counter. They got Suljin on the other side. Jesus. Oh boy. We're in the first map, guys. This is the first map of the series. Oh shit. Cho'Gall against Suljin. Guys, let's go. This is gonna be awesome. Team Smexy against Team Makke. And well, we still gotta switch over the teams on this one as well. Yeah, I gotta really talk to these boys. They've been playing this game long enough. They know exactly how a bracket works and how exactly you have to position your team. But apparently, even after, how much is it now? 6, 8, 7 years, whatever. They still don't know which side to pick. So, we got Team Makke on the left side with Suljin, played by Makke, Captain Rex on Anduin, Lauban Murden, Backhold on Urel, and Nanu on Chromie. Whereas on the right side of the map, Kerrigan is played by Mindtalk. We got Smexy on Uther, Mopsy on Cho, Max Passion on Gal, and Pepe Hands is playing Gul'dan. Here we go. We have Mopsion. That's about as good as it gets as well on the name. I mean, it's not gay orgy, don't get me wrong. Never forget the gay orgy, but Mopsion isn't too bad either. So we have level 1 with the Calloused Hide. We got the Taskmaster. Masker in play. Chromie with the Dragon's Breath talents. And yeah, it's gonna get real fun. Especially with Suljin, you're obviously scaling hard into the late game if you're able to get those auto attacks connected. Or a few kills. So that should be okay. And Makke is already working on this. So yeah, Makke is getting some real damage in right at the start, and that translates into an early game kill on Kerrigan, so they are definitely off to the races here. Makke with the first 2 stacks, he went into the Recklessness on level 1 as well. No stacking here, but yeah, it is a party time for sure. And Chromie is already firing around at the top against Gul'dan. The mage battle, Gul'dan against the Chromester. So, I still can't believe that we are on map 1 and he goes for Cho'Gall. At this point, if you're one of the other teams and you're looking at him, you're just thinking, oh my god, really? Like, if that's game 1, what does game 4, game 5 look like? Mindtalk with a combo, but it didn't quite work out for him. Makke was landing a few more auto attacks, and he's trying to also YOLO the name on Mopsion himself. Siege Giants have by now been claimed at the bottom of the map. Gul'dan, by the way, is trying to stack 2. He got a single stack in the 2 minutes that this game has been going on. And not really the best opening here for him. We got the handoff freedom for the Space Goat, and we got the Amani Hide. So, there we go. Mopsio with Cho'Gall. I mean, this guy is going to get more dangerous as the game continues. Normally in the early game you don't quite have the impact yet, but time will tell how successful they can be in the later stage of the game. And I guess a lot of that is also going to hinge on Makke and how well he is going to stack his baseline. Obviously, it's not only about the range increase that you're getting with the 15 stacks and the double swing on the potential Arcanite axis with level 7. It's more so about all of that auto attack power that comes through as the game continues. And if you have someone like Muradin provide you with a stun on a big target, then you can definitely do some serious work on single target damage. So that's something to watch out for. Also, watching out for, I guess he's dead. No fucking way. Alright, they get the hit in. I really thought he was just dodging out on the Dragon's Breath damage and then walked through the gate. That would have been the most amazing escape ever. How did you dodge out all the damage? Well, I just stood still and it worked. Kerrigan with a combo attempt. Mindtalk is playing one of his favorites here. When level 10 hits, he should be fine with the Divine Shield. That's also going to supply them with another big threat against the blue team. And here we have the party going straight in for level 7. 30 stacks, 30 gems have been delivered onto the objective, and they have enough for the first turn in. One way how he could prevent a strong late game for Cho'Gall is end the game before it comes to a late game. But of course, Tomb of the Spider Queen games oftentimes end up going for a long, long time, which is also one of the reasons why Suljin is not necessarily a bad move now. I mean, these all comes, of course, with 11 pre-bans in the tournament. And a bit as a counter as well. Arcanite access, by the way, has indeed been taken. So we're going to see more and more of that happening now, too. And if he completes the 30 stacks, then he's going to get the double swing on that, which is going to be really important for him as well. That's why Makke is dancing around in range and is just landing one auto attack after another. It's all about the scaling. All about the scaling into the late game. If you don't do too well early on, you're going to still be fine. But as the game continues, you are becoming an absolute monster with Suljin. Especially, of course, if you're going into your normal test dingo, which I would very much so expect here. I like the burst damage from the guillotine, and you can do some stuff with that later on too, but especially after level 20, it just really feels that once you're becoming this absolute monster on auto attack, the survivability is just absolutely huge, especially with all of the potential stuns that we're seeing from Uther, the Horrify, and also Carrigan. Survivability should be key. But the first Web Weaver is on the ground, and now we still have the push through the middle. Gul'dan is clearing this one up real quickly together with Cho'Gall, but the bot lane, that's the one that's really suffering. Chromie is defending up at the top, but down here, I think the fort is gonna fall. So they're losing ground. They're definitely losing ground here. Cho'Gall comes in, they're trying to defend, but I think it's too late already. The fort destroyed. Top wall is gone too, and some extra damage on the main structure. Team Makke hoping to take the entire thing down, and they're also hoping to kill Gul'dan. Yeah, well, good call. Eberhan's moving away immediately, not even bothering with this. That's a really good first objective. That's great for them. Yeah, they're doing fantastic here. So the stuns come in. Yeah, he gets the Skullcracker, but he gets away after all. The kill on Urel, then again, at the bottom of the map is costing them at least a few gems. And Mopsion. That's such a great name. Honestly, if they had planned it, they couldn't have done a better job here. Yeah, Max Passion and Mopsio with a Mopsion pick. It's just brilliant. It adds so much to the additional flavor here. Mopsion with a level 7, the Enraged Regeneration, and the Double Trouble. Yeah. And trouble indeed. Bruin with level 10, and he goes as expected for the Tazdingo. We get together with it, Light Bomb. Space Goat can jump in, Murden can jump in. All survivability now. The red team is still trailing in experience and needs the level 30. But they haven't lost too many heroes, and they still got 68 gems, but they haven't turned in a single one yet, so that's a bit of a problem. They lost some, though, let's be honest. Mind Talk is turning in already. Good for him. A couple of the shots being soaked, and now with level 10, they're moving back out. We got the Twisting Nether, we got the Upheaval, obviously Divine Shield, as we already expected, and what else would we get from Gul'dan but Horrify? It's been odd minutes since the Reign of RNG has been picked in a competitive game. Yeah, but they are jumping in. Can they get a kill here? They try to go for Chromie. The timeout, and they're switching targets over to Urel, but even that didn't really work out for them. Now they're just jumping back out. Divine Shield on Carrigan. They're trying to turn it. Urel with the ult. Cho'Gall in trouble. They could get the kill. They will get the kill. They do get the kill. Cho'Gall is down, and they're protecting the gems. Smexy's trying to get a few, but he's just running straight into them, and they are farming all of them now. Suljin is at 16 stacks. That gives him the first quest reward. He has the extended range now. 4 stacks on the Arcanite axis, and they are losing ground quickly. That's a lot of gems that just went down the drain, and with 5 kills to 1, Team Makke is doing better and better. This could be an absolute disaster for Cho'Gall. Maybe, just maybe, he busted out the big ogre a little bit too early in this series. Maybe that would have been a better pick for one of the later games. But as it stands, they are losing ground in the middle. The only remaining fort is down to 50% HP. Yeah, and level 13 is now soon going to kick in for Makke. Now, as I explained a little bit earlier, Cho'Gall is usually getting more dangerous as the game continues. But with a talent advantage in a few seconds and another Web Weaver wave, it's quite clear that Team Makke wants to be hyper-aggressive on this. And Suljin, again, he's at 13,000 damage. It's nothing crazy yet, but he's of course another one that scales well into the late game, especially when Muradin is able to provide a couple of stuns like this one where he can easily stack. And he's going for Smexy, and he gets the kill. Uther is down. They get a counter kill on Anduin, so both of the supports are already gone. Chromie with a completed talent as we are going for Horrify. Can they lock a kill in? Not so much. Might talk the combo. But Makke pops his ult. They take Carrigan down. He got a few more stacks, so sitting at 23, so it's getting closer and closer to the double swing on the axis, and the Web Weavers are still in play. Web Weavers, they are still moving through, coming into the middle to take the fort down, and the keeps are slowly but steadily getting attacked as well. Things are looking good for the blue team. Yeah, there's the ult. They're trying to go for Cho'Gall again. Mops. Yo! That's a kill! No, yes, maybe! And they get him. Muradin with another drop. 9 kills to 2. Absolute stompage by Team Makke. They're doing great here in the first game. And that is even before we're having a late game situation for Suljin. He's already crushing. They're getting a keep at the 10-minute mark. 10-minute keep. 10-minute keep right here. And how do you come back into this one? I honestly don't know. I think it's going to be insanely difficult for Team Smexy to come back here. I think they busted the Cho'Gall out a little bit too early. Can't go full NA on them this early in the game. Chrysalis on 13. We now got the Twilight Nova. Also got the Blessed Champion. I need some Bless RNG at this point, to be honest with you. And Gul'dan with a Fell Armor. But yeah, they are in trouble. They are in trouble and they know it. They have 34 gems. They could turn a few in and maybe get a turn in. Get a Web Weaver wave. Get a couple of the structures destroyed. But they need to do it before 16 is available, or it's going to be even more difficult. So, here comes the Molten Block. And they are already dancing around Mirrodin up at the top side. But they can't get that turn in. And with the bot lane destroyed, and now Catapult's moving through with every single wave. And a Siege Giant Camp. Eventually, someone has to go down there and destroy that wave. And it seems like Gul'dan is... well, they sent Gul'dan and then they told him, come back, dude, we need you. So apparently they were looking for the fight. But they're not going for it. We got also the wrong place, wrong time now. Another Storm Bolt, Light Bomb, and the jump by Mirrodin onto Gul'dan. Here comes Urel. They are jumpy today. Moving in, trying to take them down here. Makke with 28 stacks. Is he going to go for the 30? Does he get the double swing? Can he stack this further? He's looking good here. They're trying to take Pepe Hands down, and they nearly did. Core gets attacked, and they need to destroy this. But at least that is easy with the wave clear that they have. So that's a quickie. Didn't waste any time sending someone down previously. But of course, there's an opportunity now for Team Makke to go for the boss. That's exactly where they're going. Level 16 is desperately needed for Team Smexy, and they are now trading the boss against the turn-in. Old play, oftentimes used in these games. You know your opponent is going for the boss, you know you can't do anything about it, you got the gems, you go for the turn-in, you buy yourself some time. You're not going to get any structures destroyed with it, but you know that you can buy some time. But they might run out of luck again. Double stun, Uther can likely kiss his life goodbye here. Well, maybe with the Divine Shield he can get out. Smexy, he dies. No Divine Shield there either. Kerrigan with the Chrysalis. Nice combo. Really nice combo. Can they get the kill? Yes, Anduin is dead, but so is Kerrigan. Anduin, Uther, and Kerrigan, they're all gone. They tried to go for backhold. And their Space Goat is dropped. But Lauba is going for some more Mirrodin damage, and that's the end of Gul'dan. So now they have the Web Weaver still pushing through the lanes. The boss has been defeated. Level 16 is nearly there. But that wasn't a bad fight, all things considered. Obviously, they lost more, don't get me wrong, but you have to understand, they didn't have level 16 talents. It was a battle completely at a talent disadvantage. Now they finally get level 16. We have Benediction, which is huge. We got the Rune Gauntlet for him now too. And we got the Leaden Orb as well. So now they got some stuns available through this too. Maybe they got a chance now. I would... Oopala. Yeah, they need to interrupt this? Not quite yet. Yeah, but just to cue you in here for a moment, we got the quest now fully completed for Suljin. He's obviously still stacking. He's at 35 now, but it means that he has a double swing on his axis, and therefore his level 7 talent is much easier to stack. His damage is at 30,000, so he can't quite keep up with Gal, but he will ramp the damage up significantly from here on out. So Cho'Gall, can he still turn this? Can he still turn it with Cho'Gall in the late game now? They're still 2 levels behind, 8 kills behind too. But maybe the big fat ogre has a chance here. And Smexy dying early, getting completely stunned before he could get his his Divine Shield out, was of course also a little bit of a disadvantage. Yeah, Backhold is turning in 3, that's not enough. But they're still playing this out up at the top. And Mopsio is just poking them. Over and over again, getting a hit on Mirrodin. Lauba, he has to go for the ult. They're trying to pull him back in, and he is low, and they should get the kill, but Anduin ruins the play. That was close. Lauba nearly died. That would have been amazing if they could have gotten the kill here. So, yeah, nicely done. Then again, they are at least pushing it for now. But Cho'Gall hasn't turned in yet, and that's always a little bit tricky, because you're losing 2 heroes while he's channeling. So you have only 3 heroes that can buy you a bit of distance. Mopsio gets attacked again and is not going to get that turn in anytime soon, especially now that level 20 is available for Team Makke. So they're locking in their Storm Talons, and that gives us the upgrade for Suljin, if he wants it. And yep, there he is. Armani Resilience. Okay. So, Chromie, they got the gems, they got the turn in, that's another Web Weaver wave. Yeah, have fun defending against that. That's going to be difficult. Team Smexy with the back to the wall. So, whew, that's going to be a difficult defense. Yeah, they need some early kills here, I would assume. And Makke is having some fun here. Stormbolt misses. If they can go for Lauba, can they get a kill? There's the ult! And Anduin is in the thick of things. But the light bomb! He gets the double kill. No! The Crybaby dies, but so do Uther and Karrigan. Again, no Divine Shield. Gul'dan is dead. Mopsio still on the run. They're gonna get him too. 5-man team wipe. He's delaying it, but it is inevitable. And that is Core End Game. Map number 1 gets claimed by Team Makke. Very solid performance here, and I guess the Augur was pushed out a bit too early by Team Smexy. They wanted to open their game up, the series, with a bit of a bang, but instead they got dropped here. Nice victory on Tomb of the Spider Queen by the blue team.
Before we head into game number 2, make sure that you subscribe to the channel if you haven't done it yet, so you don't miss out on any future content here on Khaldor TV.
Second game, it's Towers of Doom. Yeah, guys, I don't know what to say, but Shogal, he was a little bit too early. The man was ahead of his time, and he wasn't appreciated. Team Makke shut him down quickly. So now the 10 heroes, or should I say 9, that were played on the first map are not available anymore, and that's also true for the globally banned ones that you can see down here, so that limits the pool a bit more. Maybe they should have waited before they bust out the Shogal here, but well, as it stands, what are we going for now? Global's obvious, they're gonna reign supreme here, I'd assume. We have Zeratul banned. And Towers of Doom is always an interesting game. The Panda gets banned again. It's pretty much just an anti-Max passion ban. He loves his Chen, and nobody else usually plays him, so since that plays into his cards a little bit, they're just banning Chen out, and they're making sure that he doesn't get a chance to warflow them away here. So if you were a bit surprised by the ban in game number 1, I guess that explains it maybe. The winner of this is going to play against Team Nick, by the way, in the winner's match. The Hogger gets banned too, so the globals are getting shut down here a bit. But yeah, we need to get some solid bans right now, especially from the pick side. I really want to see what they can do with the first pick. I still wait for the moment when we're having a team busting out a double support, and all of a sudden in game 3 we're running out of supports completely. Maybe not in the third game, maybe more so in game number 4, but there's always the chance that you're having a couple of support bans than in the actual draft, and that obviously impacts things too. So Garrosh is banned. Oh, they played Choga in game 1. Where's the Gazlo? It's going to happen. Especially if we're going to see game 3. You know it, I know it, they know it. Okay, they started with Falstad. They start with the global. At least that's that. Oh, boy. The fact alone that he's just on the team and you're looking at it and it's like, oh my god, could they pick first Murky? Alright, so Stitches is in and we got Junkrat. So a hook into a potential... Oh god, please give me a hook into a rocket ride. Hook into a rocket ride. Let's go, boys. Let's go. I'm thinking about the crazy comps that they could play. So heroes that we might see at some point. A Gazlo, a Murky, but outside of that, what are you really going for here? Tyrande and Leo. A bit surprised about the early Tyrande. I would have thought that she's someone they're picking later. Maybe they were also worried that Stitches with Tyrande would be a little bit too strong for them to handle here. Malfurion is still up, so he could be taken too. But yeah, Tyrande can be nice. And one of the cool things about Meta Madness is, of course, that some of the heroes that are banned out, I mean, one of the reasons why heroes like Johanna are not played that much anymore is that she's vulnerable, especially because of all the mobility creep that happened to the game. So now, if you have heroes like Zeratul banned, maybe Genji's not available, Tracer can't be played, and a few others, all of a sudden, these heroes become viable again. That's one of the main reasons here. So, the ban on Medivh. No kidnap combo. No Gorge with a portal and then straight into the structures or the death zone. So that's not happening. But yeah, what else are they gonna go for here? What is Makke gonna pick? Marco on the damage could be interesting. Rehgar and Sonya. I think Mephisto is also still up, right? So he could theoretically take him too. One of the main heroes that wasn't played in the last Meta Madness, even though we had at some point I think 60 heroes banned or so, was the Butcher. And I think if another team comes in and says, okay, we're going to first pick the Vikings, there might even be a chance that eventually we're going to see a Butcher, maybe with an Uther and a Divine Shield. I don't necessarily think here, but for later that's still something to watch out for. And Ubarak, that's a normal combo that they got there. Alarak is in, alright. Yeah, I like that. Triple melee, false set behind it. Playing it a little bit more solid in game number 2. You know, trying to let them feel safe. But we still need Makke. Now, what is Makke now going to do now that he knows what he's up against? Junkrat, they need a bit more range, I'd say. I mean, triple melee is always possible, but still. A few more stuns, maybe. And there's Maiev. Yeah, Maiev. Stitches, Junkrat. Alright, here we go everybody. Game number 2. Let's jump straight in. Towers of Doom. Game number 2. Makke's team is in the lead and we are on Towers of Doom. Right side of the map, Makke on Maiev, Captain Rex on Deckard Cain. We got Bakul on Sonya, Lauba on Stitches, and Nano is playing Junkrat in the second game of the series. Mopsio, he's rocking a Nubarak for Smexy's team. We got the support player himself with Tyrande. Max Passion on Leoric this time. Mind Talk on Alarak, starting things off with the Extended Lightning. And we have Falstad played by Pepe Hands. Let's go. Let's see if they can force the third map in the series here. Well, and while we're in the early stages, guys, another quick reminder that this entire event is sponsored once more by Hightech, and a big shout out to them. Now, I already mentioned it in the past, but I want to point it out again. There is a link in the video description if you're watching this on YouTube right now. And, well, while we are seeing an absolute slaughter here, what you should take a look at is the Hightech website. Check the link out. They're obviously tracking where people are coming from. So when they're seeing like, hey, there's a lot of traffic coming from the tournament here, that's great for them, that's great for us. It's a simple click, costs you a couple of seconds, and it would really help. And also make sure that if you're actually in the market for a new PC or something, that you have a closer look at their shop. There is a discount that you can get first and foremost, but more importantly, these guys are actually pretty amazing. So if you're not quite sure what exactly you need for the games that you're playing, they have a really good support system where you can just simply chat with one of their guys, and they're very good at helping you out there. We had multiple people already in the past from the community that got a PC from them, and all of them were super happy. So I can heavily recommend them. I've been working with them for years at this point. And yeah, just check the website out. But if you're in the market for something, definitely have a bit of a closer look. Now, it seems like Smexy and his boys had a bit of an issue there, but that has been resolved. So we have 2 kills to 1 in the early game. But right now, another opportunity, of course, to maybe even go for another kill in the middle, since they could set the tether up with Makke. Yeah, but nah, not quite. Okay, so we got a little bit of a play with the Nubarak on the left side, and then the hook is hitting Falstad, so that wasn't quite the follow-up that you need in order to lock this one in. But down to the bottom of the map, they are keeping people at bay. Mind Talk with Alarak, he could have a pretty big impact on the game here if he can stack properly and just get those combos off, so we're going to keep our eye on him. And he's a pretty solid skin here too. Gets hooked though, but with Smexy, he could help them out, yeah, with one stun after another. And Mind Talk, he eats a little bit of dust and drops some hit points, but he's still able to make it out. The telekinesis in this case not really working, but they're still making a play for Makke, and they might even get him. Ah, he barely gets away. They're dodging the hook, they're dodging everything. Smexy, well done, but maybe he stayed a bit too long after all, and yes, he dies. Kind of unfortunate, honestly. Kind of unfortunate. If you would have just abandoned that whole play a little bit earlier, you could have gotten out. With level 4, we're now getting the playtime. Stitches is getting plenty of that lately. And here comes the level 4 with the negatively charged. And that is where Alarak can really start to get some stacks together and lock in serious damage towards the mid-game. So they gotta make sure that they are going to have a little bit of survivability, that Alarak doesn't go down, so that he doesn't lose his sadism. But, ooh, Mopsio seems to be the first one in trouble. They're helping the Be Loud, but there's the hook! Lauber is having none of that shit. Smexy still trying to keep him alive. I guess it's not going to be enough. The cockroach dies. 4 kills, 2-1. And we're having Team Makke with a spray game on point here and murderous damage at the bot lane as they're locking in kill after kill. They should be the ones walking away with 2 out of the 3 altars. Maybe even an early level 7 talent could help them here. But there's, of course, a couple of things that really work in the favor of the red team. First of all, they got some nice stacking for the late game that could help if they can keep Alarak alive. And, let's not forget, they also got a global, so that goes a long way here. A couple of shots are fired, that's true for both teams. Still a bit of an interrupt. And Mind Talk is sitting at 3 stacks. So the longer these fights last, the better for him. If he gets good numbers there, his late game damage is going to be significant, and that's what he has to go for. Yeah, Leo has the ghost out, so they delayed it as long as they could. Actually, they're delaying it even further. Yeah, Tyrande again with her owl. She's just annoying, as all Karens are. But there's a level 4. Shots are fired. We got level 7. The purification. And still, Falstad got a bit of extra time in the bot lane. Alarak is moving in now too. And went on level 7 for the applied force. They're tethering them into the Deckard move, and Smexy is going to die as a result. Great coordination from the blue team. Really like what they're doing there. Making sure that they're always working in tandem. Junkrat, Deckard Kane, also the tethers from IF. Obviously, the Stukov combo is oftentimes the most notable one when you're having a good tether into the lurking arm. But at the same time, the more important thing is that if you're just stacking any kind of CC after the tether, you can always lock these kills in, like we're seeing here, for example, where Alarak gets taken down. So with 6 kills to 1, the stage is set for a bit of a slaughter, and Team Smexy, they have to hold on and then try to at some point turn this around. But yeah, we'll see. Chattering Teeth is still one of my favorites. It's just so silly. I love it. Yeah, that's one of the funny ones. But they are on level 9 already, looking for level 10, and they open up the bot lane. So if you're taking control of the bell tower down here, that's of course a great start into the game. But it currently really feels like Team Smexy is struggling against the blue team here. Marcus' team is well coordinated. They got some really big names on there too. And let's see what they can pull off with heroic abilities. The problem for Team Smexy is they have to wait this out. They need to wait. They can't do anything. I mean, they even have to let that camp go. And Alarak gets attacked again. In this case, we got the Putrid Bile, by the way. Mind Talk in trouble. And that means 0 hit points for him. Yeah, that is a very optimistic bird. All right. That is a half... well, careful. That's a glass half full guy right here. He just looks at this and he's like, ooh, Alta, I'm gonna get this one. And Lauba is just sitting there. Nope. Not happening, my friend. No, I got your number. I'm sorry. So, with that, they gotta wait. Red team has to wait, soak some experience, give the Alta up, drops them down to 28 points. It's not too bad. It's more a problem that they're about to lose the bell tower down here now. The disc is missing, and that was good. It could have been the end of our boy Falstad. Tyrande gets hooked too. She needs to stay away from them. I know that Tyrande is big into chains, but I gotta say, when Stitch just throws his out, you might as well try and dodge them. Another kill as Anubarak dies. Counter-strike now for Alarak. We also got the Shadow Stalk in, and things are not getting any better. And I'm a little bit worried that Anubarak is not picking his ult immediately. Please don't tell me we're gonna get anything else but the cocoon here. That just can't be a thing. I mean, he's teasing, I know, but there it is. Okay, thank God. I was like, don't go too wild, bro. Mopsio always has the reputation that he is... the man has a temper. He can get quite emotional, and that is showing when he falls behind in the game. So I'm not quite sure how comms are looking like for them right now, but they definitely need to believe that they have a chance to get back into the game. And Team Makke is just playing a very controlled game so far, and they're just saying, yeah, we're not going to give them an opportunity. Or so I thought. And then my F died. And maybe they can force another fight here. They still got the cocoon. So they could go for the old guy. And I think Helping Hand... I honestly expected them to cocoon Stitches and try and dive for Deckard Cain, but that didn't happen. They still want to use the time they have to retake the bell tower, and I suppose that's the smarter play here. We have 6 stacks only for Alarak. Level 13 talents give us the extended range, and we got Under Pressure now as well. Plus the Ancient Blessings for Deckard Cain. And more fights at the bottom of the map. Talking about the old geezer, he's down once more. Yeah, he's in the high-risk group, and if you don't social distance, I mean, I'm sorry, bro, but that one, we saw that one coming from a mile away. So, yeah, frontline Deckard Cain, usually not really the best thing. But they are trying for another kill, and they're going this time with the combo on Alarak for Lauber, and he's low, he's really low. Makke is jumping in deep, but Stitches needs to get the hell out of there. So this could even be a double ult if this continues for Team Smexy. But they're dropping rather low, and they already used Tyrannus ult here, so they might not be able to pull this one off after all. Tyrannus can, of course, always drop another owl on them and go full Hogwarts. That's Max Passion. Is he going to get this one? No. Nope. So nobody getting a channel yet. They're fighting this out. 13 talents on both sides. Mopsio. Okay, so... what are we getting? 8 kills to 3, 13 to 13 now. We're still waiting for Mopsio to make a choice here. Multitasking. Not a strong suit. Leo is moving away. Makke is likely going to get the channel here. No, it gets interrupted again as Mindtalk moves in. Mindtalk at 7 stacks now. Cocoon on an Uberak. By an Uberak on Stitches. And each team gets an altar. And here's the play for Lauber. Smexy. They're chasing him. They're chasing him hard. Riptire on the way. Smexy gets tethered and he's dead. Can they get another counter kill? That's the question. The gust prevents that from happening right now. Or so I thought. And then we saw them go for Mopsio again. The stun helped, but I think Lauber has his stun, his hook up. Not quite yet. Alright. So, with that, we have them pushing for the bottom bell tower again. 32 to 24. It's not too bad, but it's still Team Makke that is dominating this. Now, this is always been the map that is the comeback map in the game. But can you really scale that well into the late game here? That's the big question right now. And it's up to Mindtalk to a big extent. Yeah, Counter-Strike. Making sure that they're not going to run into any issues here with him getting hooked once more. Cooldown is low on this one, so it's not really a big problem. So with that, they're starting to come in once again. Yeah, there we have it. Lauber and his boys are moving in. Level 16 is, of course, going to be there soon. But they're taking the pumpkins down pretty quickly. They have lost control of the bot lane once more, and obviously on this map it's the most important lane, first of all, because the access to the bottom altar is restricted, and second, there's 2 pumpkin camps that move through the bottom of the map. 9 kills, 2-3, but they are starting to invade here. They want to try and go for the fight before... Oh, not bad. Before level 16 is available. If Falstad gets hooked here, then that's the end of him. The bird would definitely have died there. 29,000 damage for Junkrat. But now level 16 talents are coming back up. Alarak is sitting at 96 sadism and 9 stacks. They need him to get a few more together here. The talent advantage is a big problem for Team Makke. There's a single altar and they have a big lead in this fight. Pulverize is, as I said, such a good talent. So for Lauber, that's just great. They're putting more pressure on Smexy and the slows are just fantastic. The hook, the hit, and the cocoon gets used to save the support, but Mopsio dies, he's down, and it seems like we're going to have at least Alarak die too. Riptire threatened to kill Tyrande. So they have 11 kills to 3 now, 16 to 15, and oh boy, the 5 shots are getting fired and they're dropping down to 19 points on the core. Yeah, Falstad, he has his global. The advantages that they have are not really working out for them. Boss gets attacked now too, as Team Makke realizes they have the chance to pull even further ahead here before level 16 is available. And the extra talent will of course drop now. But it's a bit questionable whether or not Team Smexy is able to do something here. Cho'Gall didn't work out in game number 1, and currently things are not looking too good either. The 4 shots get fired thanks to the boss, and that pops them down to 15. They have to retake the bottom bell tower. We got the epicenter now on level 16, so that helps a little bit. Mithril Maze, of course, too, and we got the lightning barrage as well. But Alarak, he has the 2 quests completed here, the 2 rewards on level 1 at least. But as I said a bit earlier, the 9 stacks on his level 4 are not really all too good yet. They need him to dish out more damage than he's currently able to do. If they can get some good hits on a single target, then maybe there's a chance. But Makke saw that one coming from a mile away as Nubarak engages and moves back quickly. The top lane is now also under pressure as another bell tower is losing hit points quickly. And that's just something that they cannot have here. And of course, with Alarak dying multiple times, that's another big problem. Died 3 times already and lost his sadism stacks. He's sitting at 21,000 damage. Which, given the team is not really too shabby, but they need him to have a more of an impact here. A good combo would already help, but there's the tether straight into the stun, or at least the attempt of it. Pewter Ball gets used by Lauba. The disc is out. There's the hook. Smexy again in trouble. The gust might save him, and well, not so quick. Deckard Cain has her number, moves in with the slows and gets the kill. They're trying to go for Mopsio again with a reptile. And here's another approach as Falstad is low. The hook at least is missing. So 1 kill might be all that the blue team is getting. But with 3 altars on the map, they could technically nearly win the game. Get really close. Chances are we're going to see the team now. Oh, nice. Maybe. No, Makke is going to get the interrupt. Was a nice idea. Fly in and steal it away. 4 shots have already been fired, but now Falstad is down. Makke survives. That is just adding insult to injury at this point. I mean, they're desperate, as you can see. They're trying to do what they can here, but it's not a whole lot. Mindtalk has 16 stacks, so he's at least getting a bit farther out there, but it's just not going to be enough. Mindtalk with 100 sadism, he's going to die again, lose a few more stacks, back to 80. They exchange the remaining bell towers. That pops the red team down to 7 points. And they are with the back to the wall here. Not only are they 1.5 levels behind as we see Team Makke slowly and steadily move towards level 20, but the top altar is also, sorry, the top bell tower isn't looking great either. It's so low that they're going to claim it pretty soon. So that is that. And well, if they get murdered here, that means that Team Makke would advance to the next match, the winner's match against Team Nick. But currently they're still fighting. They're still trying. Now, level 20 is available, and they got this one. Down at the bottom of the map, the tether on Mopsio! And he's dead. I mean, I don't know if the disc was needed. Guess we have another better safe than sorry play, but they're getting the kill. So Sonya is a bit alone at the top. And another... She needs to die here. And she does. The owl, even the entomb gets dropped. They don't need it, so the cooldown is going to be back for the next fight. They can retake the top, but they're still losing the bell tower at the bottom of the map. And it's still more than a level until Team Smexy has level 20. Ugh. It's actually kind of fascinating that Leoric hasn't died yet. Hasn't activated his trait once. Not once. Not using the full potential of the hero here, clearly. He's also top damage in the game, I might add. He's, sorry, on the team. 36,000 damage and 140,000 siege damage. Leo is crushing the side lane. So, yep. 15-4. But they're still holding on for now. Bottom of the map. There we got it again. Pumpkins need to be destroyed, and they do. If both of the altars are taken, it's going to be a win already. Tyrande. Leo actually with really nice drains now as well. The hook! Mopsio, it gets targeted over and over again here. Double altar is still available. Here comes the cocoon that's trying to drive the fight. The disc is missing. Deckard Cain is back. Lauba is low. And the entomb is glorious. They need that kill. They need it. And they get it. Stitches is dead. They took the first altar. Do they have a chance here? Level 20 is close. Really close. Maybe with a double altar they can make a step towards a comeback. And level 20 is available. Hasty, Bargain, the Buried Alive, the Trader King. And now the opportunity. Deckard, he was looking at a quick move here. They get the 3 shots fired. They're saving this for another day. 22-7 on the core now. And they're going for boss. 12 seconds on Stitches. They're going for the boss. They gotta take it, and they gotta take it quickly. They're moving in, and as you can tell, the blue team is not even trying to make that play. So another 4 shots are gonna be fired. They're scouting it out too, trying to save it here. They are working tooth and nail here. Fine tooth and nail to get to a position where they can bring this back. Still behind in the bell towers, but now they're dropping them down to 17 points. And they get the next camp, of course, too. Oh, baby. Oh, baby. Can they push game 3? Junkrat and Leo, the only ones that haven't died yet. And Leo is actually getting closer to top damage in the game now, too. Those pumpkins, are they ready to stop them? I suppose so. They got to now. Keep the bird alive in mind. If he gets a good one, if Leo hits a nice one, they could make the play. He gets one on Stitches. Alarak, they're trying to go for the kill. Lauba is low. Mopsio is barely diving out here. No shots fired against the core. Nobody dying either, though. So they take the pumpkins out. That's half the battle. And outside of that, it was only an exchange of cooldowns. 36,000 damage for Alarak. He died 4 times. He's at 19 stacks and 92 sadism. They're pushing the mid lane a little bit. And it's a single altar on the map. 1 altar, and they're trying for the top bell tower here. They're trying to take it quickly. They got 10 seconds. They're disc on Leo. That might be the end of him. And nope, he gets away once more. But 5 seconds? They can interrupt with the owl once, but after that it's gonna get tricky. And guys, we have pumpkins coming in. They need this. This is getting real dangerous. The pumpkins get stopped by Falstad, but I think they're sacrificing... Jesus, they're sacrificing the altar. Oh my god. That is quite something. Lauba, on the other hand, he died. Lauba is down. Lauba is down, and the quest for Leo is completed. Riptire, and bye-bye birdie. Falstad is dead. Started off so well with a kill on Stitches. They're down to 2 points on the core. The Entomb misses as well. Max Passion not landing it with Leoric. They're hoping for a kill on Sonya. The spin to win. Backward is a bit low though. Everybody's starting to get really low here. And Tyrande hit another one, but it's Alarak that dies next. And Smexy is also getting obliterated. Sonya dies for that though. But we have still a 3 versus 2 on the map. 5 bell towers to 3, only 2 points on the core. Nothing really to do on the map now, except for taking the pumpkins. Yeah, there's that. There is that. So with that, we got 66,000 damage now for Junkrat. 62,000 for Sonya, by the way. The girl's slamming away here. And they're trying to take those bell towers, but yeah, it's not gonna be easy. The problem is also that we're now having another double altar coming up, and if you have this one at the top, it's really difficult to take. If Stitches sits down here somewhere, he can just like hook everything. The same goes also for the top. So if they can claim a couple of bell towers, that would really help. But the timing is also unfortunate, because while this all is playing out, we still got this camp moving through the bottom. This one is up in 27 seconds, so it's not an issue. But here comes the Entomb. They're trying to go for the play. Leo finally activating his trade and using the full potential of the hero. But it's looking grim. Hey, I'm not gonna lie, it's looking grim. Leo will be back, so don't worry about him. But Falstad, if he dies, he's not. So he goes for the Gust, the Wind Tunnel, to save the day for them. But here comes Sonya. The channel starts. Smexy needs the owl, and he gets it. Little kiss from Hedwig. And, well, that is maybe the channel. 4 shots fired, as at least the red team is locking this in. Leo isn't back yet, so he is there. Another owl, another hit. Can they get the kills? Mopsio needs to interrupt while the rest of the team is fighting and trying to go for Lauba. The channel hasn't happened yet. Backward is low, but the double kill and the victory for Team Makke. Sonya dies. Hello, team. Deckard Kane, Anubarak. What a fight. What a battle here, but it's not gonna be enough. That is the end of it. Leo is the only survivor, and he dies too. 5-man team wipe to end game 2, and Team Makke advances to the winners match against Team Nick. GG.
Thank you everybody for watching the video today. I hope that you enjoyed the show and the commentary. And keep in mind that the spoiler protection that is going to run for the rest of the video is made possible by all the support on patreon.com. So guys, if you want to support my work, if you want to help me start new projects and keep the spoiler protection in place, please consider heading over to patreon.com/Khaldor. There's also a link in the YouTube description, and check that out. Thanks in advance, and see you guys next time with more esports coverage here on Khaldor TV. Have a great day.